Welcome to Four Pros Podcast, where we are cultivating culture in the world of basketball. This is your host, Thomas Gipson, and today I'm bringing you guys another episode with a guy that I've known for the past couple years named Khalid Thomas. I met Khalid Thomas when we were both a part of the Purple and Black TBT team. For those of you that don't know, the TBT is something that goes on throughout the summer, where teams get together, compete for about $1 million to $2 million, depending on that year. Well, yeah, that's how I met him, and we kind of been cool ever since. He's a high flying guy, plays extremely hard, real down to earth, and so I wanted to put him on the podcast just because he will be one of the best forwards in the upcoming years when it comes to European basketball. He's only played about 3 to 4 years so far, and it's been relatively short. But at the same time, like I said, he has a tremendous amount of upside, a ton of potential with his athleticism, with his three-point shooting, with his playmaking and skills. He will definitely be, like I said, one of the best forwards in the upcoming year, if not next year, when it comes to European market. So without further ado, let's tap into Khalid Thomas' story. Khalid, my guy, what's good? How you
My
doing,
dog,
man?
doing good, man. How you been?
I'm good. I appreciate you taking the time to be here and share your story with Four Pros.
Man, anytime, bro. Thanks for having me. This is actually my first interview podcast type thing. So this is cool. Cool
Really?
experience.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully you'll be able to share, all types of information, I know we're excited. Me and you both are
Mm,
definitely excited about your future, man. You're doing great
man.
things right now.
Man, I appreciate that. I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
trying.
So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Where in the world has basketball taken you?
Man, I've been like on the teams. I've been in Austria, Germany, Hungary, and now Turkey. But like playing in Austria, we had to play in the Alpe Adria Cup, and that took me to Slovenia, Croatia. We played in Hungary as well because we had some tournament at Falco. We played over there,
Mm,
and I've been all over the world just off the game of basketball alone.
yeah,
Not a lot of people can say that. Not, a lot of people got to pay to go to places like that, and it's nice to be able to go to and experience these other cultures and places without even having to pay anything. Really, and just being able off the orange ball that goes in the net like that is crazy.
yeah. That's a major blessing, bro. Well, before we get into your overseas career, let's talk a little bit about your college career.
Okay.
Um, you said that you started off in Portland State.
No, I ended at Portland State. I had to go JUCO for a couple years. Made All American over there. And I got hurt my sophomore year. Was preseason National Player of the Year, and then I got hurt. Missed half the season. Then after that, I was signed to go to Texas Tech out of CSI, and but that was the year they made it to the championship game. And then that following summer, a lot of guys wanted to transfer their grad transfers and everything like that, and you're not going to not play grad transfer,
Yeah,
especially my position and coming out of JUCO. I'm JUCO minded, so I got 2 years left, and I'm not trying to go gamble my 2 years having to battle out two other people. Like I'm not scared of competition at all, but being realistic,
hmm,
um, I would rather go somewhere else where I feel like I'm gonna be able to show what I could do in a shorter amount of time. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
didn't end up going there. Got my full release. Went to Arizona State. Went there for a year. Just didn't work out over there. You know, just nothing bad really to say. Just didn't work out. But it's all good. Went to Portland State after that. And that was when COVID hit when I was at Arizona State. So I'm like, we didn't know if we were getting a year back, what that was going to look like. So
hmm,
I'm like, shoot, I might as well go somewhere, finish back at the crib, go somewhere where I know that I'm going to be able to play, what I'm saying, and really be able to show what I can do, especially with my last year. But
yeah.
then I ended up being there for 2 years because of COVID. We got that year back and played well there. And here I am, been able to start my pro career and enjoy it ever since.
Nice, nice. Just to backtrack a little bit, you talk about that JUCO mindset, man. How do you think
Man,
that necessarily helped you leading up into your pro career? Because I know that JUCO life is a little bit different. I went to Kansas State.
yeah. Mm,
I know that fortunately we got a little bit of handouts, but I know in the JUCO life and with the JUCO mentality, man, you pushing, you got to work, you really
man,
really got to work hard. So talk about
you
that a
have
little.
to. Man, a JUCO, I feel like JUCO did was a really good uh stepping stone or like kind of like building block for being able to um become who I am. Because I mean, like you gotta work extra hard there. Like it's real gritty. Like you gotta like it's not like a power five or anything like that. Like you really gotta work hard for everything. Not to say that you don't have to do that at a power five, but you really gotta like grind and like really like you gotta go, bro. Like
Yeah,
you gotta stay true and stay humble and just work. Um, I feel like because not everything's perfect at JUCO, and me, I'm not a huge complaining guy. But like, there's not really that a place like that. I get some people could turn you into like complaining, like, oh, we don't have this, or oh, I got to go do this and stuff like that. This shit's harder and everything like that. But it's just like you can't change it. What are you
yeah,
gonna do? Leave? you
yeah,
gonna you gonna not work? I can't. So now going on to you know Power Five and then going to Portland State and just anything after that was just like it was a blessing, really. I mean, compared to where I was. Not to say that things at CSI were like terrible and stuff like that. No, I enjoyed CSI. I actually missed those JUCO days, if I'm being honest.
hmm,
But it really helped me like kind of learn how to like actually like fight for real, grind, and appreciate every all the positives that come my way because it could have went a whole different way. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I could have gave up, could have just complained about everything, and that wouldn't have solved anything.
yeah,
That would actually I feel like would have hurt me, hurt me, and kind of dug me a hole and just stuff like that. So staying positive and staying humble and just grinding, I kind of I absorbed that, and now
yeah.
that's really all I do.
That's what's up. So for the people that are listening, if you don't mind sharing, what's the JUCO, the school that you were at? You said at CSI. What's the
Yeah,
facility?
I was at College of Southern Idaho in Twin Falls, Idaho.
Oh,
Twin
so
Falls, Idaho.
not that much to do around there, huh?
Man, nothing. The best thing to do is go to the canyon they got over there.
Yeah.
They got like a huge canyon. It's real nice, real cool. But that's like, in my opinion, the highlight of the city. Really,
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to do at all.
Yeah.
So,
You mind sharing one of the experiences that you have, as far as like, when maybe other people are, walking around complaining, you sitting there and you probably looking at these guys crazy and like, yo, you still gotta work, you still gotta show up, just like what you said. Was there any crazy experience that you had
mm,
in JUCO?
I mean, I'd say I don't really. It was probably a couple times where we had guys complaining about, you know, and this happens everywhere, but just like being in JUCO, like guys complaining about, being out of position or not getting as much playing time as they really want.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a reason for that. I'm always thinking like, I'm not thinking like, oh, why am I not playing or, why am I out of position? It's more like, okay, well, what can I do to play more? What can I do to make the best out of this position that I'm in?
Hmm.
Like on the court and just in general, like what can I do to make the best out of it? We had a lot of guys, not a lot of guys, we had a couple guys really complaining about that stuff. And in my mind, I'm just in my head, I'm like thinking like, there's nothing you can do about it, bro.
Yeah.
We have one boss, you know what I mean, and he makes all the decisions. What are you gonna do? You gonna argue with him? You
Yeah.
gonna That's gonna hurt you. That's gonna like that's not gonna help you at all. If anything, that's gonna get you sent home, or that's gonna get you not playing even more. Like you're gonna be in the doghouse. Like you just got to keep going, bro. I'll never understand why somebody complains about not playing as much as they should.
Yeah. It's
There's a
crazy.
reason why.
No, that's crazy because I was a little bit of complainer my second year coming out, but again, I'm coming from a Power Five school where I did play
Mm,
a lot,
mm,
And so that was my, first, gut punch. You know what I'm saying? And I
Hmm.
realized that in my pro career, I had to realize that, my second year. Meanwhile, you already establishing this mindset early. So
Hmm.
kudos to you, man.
Hmm.
I really, really
Man,
like that nugget that you just dropped. But we
man.
can fast forward to, your Portland State days. I know you from Oregon.
Hmm.
You at home. So talk a little bit about that experience.
It was a good experience, bro. I enjoyed it. I mean, my first year at Portland State, that was when you couldn't have any fans in the gym.
Mm,
But me personally, I like having fans. You know what I'm saying? I like having fans, but that doesn't drive me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna play better or worse because we have fans in the stands.
yeah.
But it is nice to have fans, loved ones and stuff like that at the game, family, friends, and everything like that. Just so they can actually see you live play, whether rather than a link or on TV, ESPN. We're on ESPN Plus. But to see it live is actually a cool experience. But just being back home, and it was easier to go to holidays, Christmas and everything like that.
Hmm.
Um, it made it so much easier to just be around everybody. So,
Yeah. How far away from you from home?
Portland State was about 45 minutes,
Oh,
depending on who's
okay.
driving.
That's nice. Did you
So,
so were you staying in the like were you trying to get home like as much as possible, or were you still trying to have like
nah,
that separation?
I mean, I like being on my own. I like doing my own thing. But I like being around family. So, any chance that I could go see family, like I said, Christmas or say Thanksgiving, but I don't think I could. I couldn't go home for Thanksgiving. But my mom, because she's 45 minutes away, she would bring a bunch of stuff for me and the team. The guys would come over to my place at Portland State and just eat. Mom's cooking. Everybody like, hey, tell your mom I need some more of this, or tell your mom this is fire, and stuff like that. So it was real cool. It was real cool. Christmas time, obviously, you get a bigger break. So, I was able to actually go and be with family and stuff like that, whether that was for a short amount of time or not, but just being able to do that rather than being in Arizona State and even CSI. Actually, no, I was able to come back for CSI, but I had to be back Christmas Day.
Mm.
But it just made everything easier. It made everything easier.
So that your last year, you said that you got that last year by surprise because they were able to
Hmm.
get that COVID year back, right?
Hmm.
So, and did were the fans there
Yeah,
that next
yeah,
year?
that was the year. The second year was the year that everything was back to normal.
Yeah,
So or as normal as they can get in that time.
yeah,
But it was the second year was cool too. Obviously it made a difference just having fans and just the atmosphere was obviously way better and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun, especially that being that first year since everybody can come back. Um, Everybody was there.
mm,
Um, Everybody was excited to show up and just watch games everywhere though, not just Portland State, but people were glad to be able to show up and see the games live and stuff like that. So it was cool to have them there,
yeah.
obviously.
I'm sure everybody was excited to see you make those crazy nasty dunks that you was doing, man. Your
Hey,
Portland State
hey,
highlights are insane,
hey,
bro.
hey! I will say that was my favorite part about the games is layup lines.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was my favorite part about the games is layup lines, bro.
I'm
Just
already
because
knowing.
that was our time to just go crazy. Obviously, you're not gonna get those those moments in the game like that. It's very rare that you be able to get a breakaway or be able to do something like that. So, no, that was my favorite part. Just to hear the oohs and ahs and warm up lines and stuff like
Yeah, nah, that's cool, man. So,
that.
basketball wise, how do you feel like, well, you said you did good, but what were your stats and everything, and how did that kind of propel you into going into your overseas career?
My stats, I think I only had like I think I only averaged like 14 and in like 6 or 5 or something like that. 14 and 6 or 13 and 6, something like that at Portland State. Wasn't the best numbers, especially because I know that I could have done more, done better. So it was kind of disappointing for me. But it was enough to get me where I want to get me a foot in the door where I wanted to start going, you
Mm,
know. And I won't lie, I was like I wasn't dreading going overseas, but it was my first year. I'm like, oh, that's it's gonna be so different. I was trying to go somewhere that just wasn't too different. You know what I mean? And I was just like, damn, okay, we got to go overseas. But then it was quick though. It was a quick like damn moment because I got to go overseas. But it was quick because of JUCO.
Yeah.
I was the same way. Straight out of high school, I'm like, damn, I don't want to go JUCO. I'm trying to go, D1. But
Hmm.
then it was quick. Like I'm here. Like made the best out of it in JUCO. And now it's like, damn, I got to go overseas. But it was quick. I'm like, this, in my opinion, this is the JUCO version of where I'm trying to be. You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. This is the JUCO version. I've been here before. I've done this before.
Hmm.
Obviously at a different level, but it's no different to me. Just the competition and the skill level and the speed of the game. I mean, that's how I look at it. JUCO. This is the JUCO of where I'm trying to get for real.
Hmm. No, I totally respect that, man. So when you talk about the transition going into overseas basketball, how was it for you? Did you have an agent lined up already? Did you know people that was already playing overseas? Like, how was that first summer going
I
into?
knew I knew actually a decent amount of people that were going overseas, and then I knew a handful of people that had already played. So I asked a lot of questions and stuff like that. Not just about specifically where, but just about how it is and, things like that. I had an agent, but it was my second year at Portland State. I had an NIL deal or
Uh,
NIL. My agent, he was my NIL guy, right?
mm,
And then going into my pro, I had switched over from the NIL contract to the agent contract.
mm-hmm.
And then I've been with them ever since. I'm 7-1. That's who I'm with right now. And he's just been working and trying to get me where I need to go. Obviously he's doing a good job. I mean, got nothing to say. I enjoy him as a person and everything like that. So we've been locked in, and him helping me get where I need to be. I asked a lot of guys, how is it overseas? Like kind of how they do things, and they're like, it's different, bro. It's different because
Yeah.
obviously it's a different language. You know what I mean? The different languages everywhere you go. You're an American, so you're gonna stand out. Especially me being tall and stuff like that. Like you're gonna stand out. Um, but at the end of the day, you just gotta remember why you're there. And
Yeah.
everybody loves the Americans overseas. So that kind of helped,
Hmm.
But I didn't hear really, I heard some crazy stories, but I never really heard anything like negative. You know what I mean? Like really negative on like going overseas and stuff like that. So I mean, it was a great, I would say, like preparation, or pep talk, let's say,
Yeah.
to go overseas and stuff like that. So, nah, I had some good conversations, and obviously, like I said, I got a good agent who's doing everything he can. So, all that kind of really helped me and mold me into how I am and where I am today.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Because it's very rare to stay with one agent, especially during
Yeah.
the overseas, because it's tough. I know a lot of people jump
Hmm.
from agent to agent. I've personally done it before,
Hmm.
but I mean, the fact that you don't have to worry about that at all, and you've been locked in with this guy for a while, I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah,
So,
I got him, and he's partnered with Win Basketball. That's my European agency that I'm with too. And obviously, they're doing a really good job. They handle at least to my knowledge, they handle all the stuff over here. And then obviously we all talk all the time, stay on the same page and stuff like that. So that they're both doing a really good job. And I got no complaints.
that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So, where did your people take you your first year? Talk about your first year, man.
They took me to Vienna, Austria, my first year. Um, Vienna is an insane city.
Yeah.
I love Vienna. I will definitely be going back at some point to visit, and just to hang out. Vienna's real nice. I got nothing bad to say about Vienna. Basketball wise, it was cool. I mean, we were the best team in Austria. I mean, we just
Hmm.
didn't lose. We didn't really lose games at all.
Hmm.
We lost our very first game. It was the Super Cup game. Lost that game. We just played bad. We dropped that game. But I mean, other than that, we did not lose games. Like we were beating everybody by a bunch of points. I think we were like 14-1 before I got hurt, or something like that. and then I got hurt. Um, rolled my ankle pretty good actually, not just some regular ankle where you'll be good in like a week or two or whatever. Now I rolled it pretty good, and then was out for I missed like 4 games, like 3, 4 games, and they sent me home. Um, and I was back home for a couple weeks before I got picked up again. So that was kind of I'd say a gut check or a hit to the chin,
Yeah.
just because it's real. Like that was my first time, really being cut from a team. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say cut. I mean, I guess technically I was cut, but it just that was my first time experiencing anything like that. Um, so that was kind of an eye opener on how things are, done out here, especially being a rookie.
Yeah.
Um, but now I got a better understanding ever since then. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. No, it's a business now. You know what
yeah,
I'm
a
saying?
business for real, a business for real.
Yeah.
They are not playing. You're an investment, and if you're down and out, then they're paying you for nothing.
Mm,
That, depending on how committed they are to you and stuff like that. I mean, they'll send you home.
mm,
So, it is what it is. Like I said, it's a real gut check, but I'm glad I got that out the way early. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, that's
So,
awesome, man. So you saying y'all were well, you were 14-1
mm,
before you got hurt. What was your stats like? And what position did they have you in?
they had me playing the 4 and the 5. Um, I'm just respectfully not a 5, but like again, I'm not gonna complain about that. I'll do what I got to do. It's completely out of position, just because my looks are different. You know what I mean? I haven't played 5 enough to be like, I played 5 a little bit at Portland State, but it was different though. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, more pick and pop, playing the perimeter still versus pick and roll, and that's just not really my game. But it was something that I had to get used to.
Hmm.
But mainly, I'd say half and half between 4 and 5.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Man, I definitely know they probably tried to use your athleticism for that 5-man pick and roll, trying to get
Yeah.
you lobs and stuff.
Mm,
Clearly
yeah.
nobody is jumping higher than you on that team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
get it. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but kudos to you again, just because like you said, in the JUCO world, you have to understand, there's some things you can't control, right?
Right. Right.
You just made it stick. That's what's
Right.
up.
Right.
So,
That's, yeah, there's no reason to continuously complain about it because you get nothing out of that.
hmm
You let that bother you and stuff like that, and you start playing bad. Then you start blaming it on because you're out of position and stuff like that, and then you kind of hold on to that type of stuff. Everybody, there's always gonna be moments where you complain about something for a second, but then you got to snap back to reality quick.
hmm
If you want to keep, what I'm saying, growing and being, successful and building and shit like that, like you got to forget all that.
yeah. So, how much did you average before you get hurt? Before you got hurt?
I want to say, I don't know specifically. I think somewhere in the ballpark of like 15 or 16 in like 7, maybe like 6, something like that.
Okay.
Decent numbers. I mean, I played way better because they had two different like stats. So like in the league itself, I think I didn't average very much. Like I know it's above 10, but I don't know specifically how much. But I know in the Alpha Adria Cup, they had my stats for the regulars, the league, and
Mm,
the Alpha Adria league.
yeah.
And I averaged way more in that, which I think was better for me because we're playing, different teams, different countries, and stuff like that. Um, I think my career high at that time was 29 in the Alpha Adria, one of those games.
Mm,
And so that obviously really boosted up uh, my stats and stuff like that, especially not playing that many games. So specifically, I couldn't tell you, but I know it was they were decent.
yeah.
And that's what actually helped me get picked up after I got sent home.
Nice.
So,
Well, you say you had a good life in Austria, and you say in Vienna, and you wanted to visit again. You want to
hmm
talk about that a little bit? What makes it so special? I know this is your, what you said, third year over
yes,
here.
sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
why does Austria hold a special place in your heart right now?
It's just because Vienna, just the city, the agriculture, and just kind of like, I'm not a huge nightlife guy. I will go out for the experience and stuff like that, or if we have a valid reason of going. But the nightlife out there is insane.
Mm.
And then on top of that, like just the city is just a beautiful city. I mean, it's just insane. I can't even like specifically like, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
It looks really nice out there. They got, a bunch of nice shops and little areas where you can just be outside and kind of hang out and stuff like that. It's real
No, that's cool, man. How was the food there though? I'm real big on
nice.
food.
The food, hey, the food was actually good, but a lot of places I was going to were like, it wasn't really like, McDonald's and stuff like that. I was going there though just to try it, because everyone kept telling me overseas, McDonald's and stuff like that is better than the States. So
For
that
sure.
stuff was good too.
Yeah.
But like the restaurants, the nicer restaurants had incredible food.
Yeah.
Incredible. That was my first time having tiramisu,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
that was hidden. And
Yeah.
and ever since then I haven't had it. I haven't really liked it as much, but nah, they got some good spots out there. Great spots.
What are they if you know, what are they really known for when it comes to like their food? Like do they have a special dishes? Like do they
Somebody told me, wait, somebody told me, I just don't remember what it was.
mm,
Uh, I don't know. I can't tell you. It was some, I had it though. It was good. It was real
yeah,
good. I just don't remember what it was called.
that's what's up. Well, oh well, we'll try to figure it out. I'll look it up and maybe we can find out some more information about it.
Mm,
But nah, that's cool, man. You said you were sightseeing and everything a lot, like you were
mm,
trying to go out there in
mm.
the day. It was pretty.
I'm not a huge like go out and like see things kind of guy. Really, the only time I was doing that is if the guys were to go. Obviously, they speak the language, so
Mm,
we'd go and they translate for me and stuff like that. Or I wouldn't really go by myself too much. Um, but I did a couple times, and it was like I said, really nice.
okay.
At some point when I got time, I'll be going back.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. So, um, we can transition a little bit after, you got hurt. Unfortunately, it was a bad ankle sprain. Um,
Mm,
you had to. They sent you home. Uh,
mm.
what happened after that? How did you recover? What was your mindset going into the next job?
Well, I was just I was doing recovery. They actually kept me out there for a while before they actually sent me home.
Okay.
But I was, going to get treatment as best as I could over there. Obviously, it's not like the States; it was very different, but it was the best that I can get. So I went, so I went home, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, damn, like, I hope I get picked up again. You know what I mean? I hope, this isn't the end of my rookie career. Like, I hope it doesn't just end like this because getting sent home for an injury your rookie year and then being done the rest of the time is like
It's
that
tough.
sucks. Yeah, I mean that's tough. Like that hurts. You know what I mean? Especially because you want to play. Like you sit there and you watch games, whether that's NBA games or whatever. You sit there and like, damn, like I'm trying to be doing this. Like I'm trying to be playing, but you just at the crib. So I was really thinking like, I really hope I get picked up. And I had laid all my faith and trust into my agencies and stuff like that to be able to find me another spot and everything like that. And they were telling me like, you're good, just what I'm saying, just stay in the gym, keep recovering. We got you. So I mean, I really laid everything into them and kind of just let them do their thing, which is real. I'd say comforting and relaxing to know that they got it because there's really nothing I can do about it. It's not like I can just hit up teams and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
all I got to do is just do my part, get in the gym, keep doing my rehab, and I trust and believe that they're going to do their part.
Yeah.
And that's really kind of how it was.
So that rehab process went very well for you. Do you feel like, well, how long did you stay? How long were you at home for?
I was only at home for like a couple weeks. I think it was
Oh.
like 2 weeks or something like that. Yeah, I wasn't home very long.
Hmm.
And then I got they called me, but it was funny because I was at home for a couple weeks doing my band work, for the ankles and stuff like that. And they called me. It was like, hey, this team wants you out here tomorrow. So I'm like, and I already had my stuff packed. I didn't unpack everything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm like, okay. I was like, all right, cool. I signed the contract and I went out the next day. And I went to I was in the Pro A in Germany, and they were real excited to have me out there. As soon as I got off the flight, they're like, "Oh, we're so excited to have you," and stuff like that, which was a weird but good feeling because it's like I'm used to people like, and I'm not trying to but like I'm used to people like enjoying me having me on the team and stuff like that. But it was weird because I'm a pro now, and it's only my rookie year, so I'm like, okay, I like that. It's just different because I don't know how to like take that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I didn't really know how to like take that and kind of like thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't really know. I didn't
Yeah.
really know like what to say or how to feel about it, but it was great. It was real
Yeah.
great.
So overall, do you feel like finishing out that your rookie year with that Germany Pro A team? What was the team name, if you don't mind me asking?
Bremerhaven.
Bremerhaven. Where are they
Yeah,
located?
Bremerhaven.
Oh, okay, that's the city.
Bremerhaven, Germany. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
Okay.
were the Bremerhaven polar bears. Ice Baron is what they call it.
Okay.
Um, real. It was a cool city. I mean, it was just a real small city. But it was right on the water. It was cool. The fan base was cool. Our arena was nice.
Mm,
Um, so it was a blessing, really, a blessing in disguise to be sent home and to get picked up by a better team in a higher league.
mm.
It was a blessing. So I don't no complaints, and you know, very thankful for that, honestly.
How did that season go for you personally? I know you said it was a better league, but talk a little bit about your experience on the court. Like how did you feel like it was better for you?
Yeah, it was better for me just because of they. I feel like they were more. How do I say it? Like they were more keen to my style of play. Like
Okay.
they would put me at the five, and yeah, I'd have to pick and roll, but it was like now we're looking for more lobs. Now we're looking for short rolls. Now you know what I mean? Like it was just the way they were doing things was just different and more to how I play. I
Mm,
play the four as well, but I felt more comfortable when I did have to play at the five versus or there versus when I was in Vienna.
mm-hmm.
And maybe I got to give a little bit of thanks to the Vienna team in that way, just by even putting me in that situation early. So now when I am at this situation, now I understand like, okay, this is how we're gonna do things. But then it also comes down to being able to build that chemistry with the team, um, and knowing how guys are gonna, read a ball screen, and just kind of how they do things. So it was real cool. I felt more comfortable at the five there, when I got to Bremerhaven.
What did that chemistry? Did you mesh with the team fairly well?
Oh yeah.
A little bit,
Hmm.
going into a new situation, you got to get used to the teammates, you got to get used to the coaches and everything like that. Do you feel like y'all just
Hmm.
clicked right away?
Yeah, I mean, we clicked. I mean, I was cool with everybody. I'm very good at being able to read people and knowing how to say things to people in a way that gets the best out of them.
Hmm.
Because obviously everybody's different, not everybody responds the same. So I feel like I'm very good at being able to adjust and understand people and how they respond, react, and just things like that. So it made it easy for me just because I'm good at being able to do that. So it made it easier for me to understand everybody.
Yeah.
And it also made it easier because we had an American coach. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
American coach out there. I think it was his second year, maybe.
Mm.
I'm not sure how long he was there previously or in general, but I know that that made it easier too. And we was always talking, me and him, and just kind of helping me understand and stuff like that. So that made it easier too, being able to talk to somebody who understands the dynamic of how I say things and being able to understand fully what I'm saying, you know what I mean, and how
Mm.
I'm saying something and why I'm saying it this way and just stuff like that. So that made it real easy.
Yeah.
Um, and we had a bunch of Americans. I think we had like three Americans besides me, so we had four altogether. So that
Okay.
made it easier too. And they were there; they've been there, so that made it easier for me too.
Who was the coach, if you don't mind me asking, if you remember?
Steve Key.
Do you remember where he came from as far as like was he always coaching the Germany Pro A or
Uh,
was it like his you said that was
I forgot. He would tell us these stories and stuff. I don't remember all of them. I don't
yeah,
remember specifically where he was or how long he was in Bremerhaven or where he was before that. But um, he, I mean, he was good for me.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
He
all
was
that
good for
matters.
me. Yeah, he was good for me. I mean, he made stuff easier and stuff like that. Uh, and I didn't have any complaints, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
So do you feel like the competition level between Austria and Germany Pro A, do you feel like there's a significant difference in
yep.
play style and how they play? What do you feel
hmm
like the difference, if you don't mind me asking?
I think the uh, competition level is way better, way better.
Mm,
How they do things, the speed of the game, um, and just kind of how they flow. You know what I mean? Um,
mm,
the defense was a little different, how they run defense. So it was nice to be able to read that differently. And I think, I mean, that's how I just knew that it was a better league. Even besides people telling me, but just being like seeing like all offensively, defensively, the facilities, just being able to see all that stuff was like, oh yeah, I felt more at home if that makes sense. Like just in that atmosphere and in that league and just stuff like that, I felt like this matched me more. You know what I mean? Because no disrespect to the Austrian league, but that league is just it's too easy. You know what I mean? It's too easy.
mm-hmm,
Um,
mm,
and the Pro A was a great let's say pickup. Honestly, great launch pad
mm.
if I could put it like that.
So you talk what city did you say you was in Germany Pro A?
It was Bremerhaven.
Bremerhaven. Was that
Yeah.
close? Is that close to any bigger cities? Is that close to Frankfurt or
Uh, I don't know how far it was from Frankfurt, but I know Hamburg.
Hamburg?
About an hour and a half, hour 45 to Hamburg. I've been to Hamburg, I think once, maybe twice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Hamburg is really nice.
All right.
Like I enjoy Hamburg. I was only there for like a little bit, hanging out with some people, but uh, Hamburg is nice. I could definitely, see myself playing there. It was really nice over there. I know it's like 3 hours and this isn't in Germany, but I know it's 3 hours from Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
Amsterdam's really nice. Went
Super.
over there for a little bit, just on some like weird off day or something like that. We kind of went out there, just hung out,
Mm-hmm.
and then drove back. And obviously they got the Autobahn out there in Germany, so we flying.
Yeah.
We were flying. They gave us cars and everything like that, so they were flying. But Hamburg is really nice. Bremen is like 45 minutes away. But Bremerhaven itself is not like I'd say a big city or the most entertaining city.
Mm-hmm.
But it's again, I'm a homebody,
Yeah.
so that doesn't bother me. I mean, I come home every single day. It doesn't matter what country I'm in, and I play video games and watch TV after practice. That's all I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's literally it. That's I enjoy that. That is my peace, my chill time. So
Yeah. That's cool. You seen some wild cars on the Autobahn?
yeah, I seen a couple nice Audis, some Beamers flying. I'm
Flying.
talking about I'm driving fast,
Yeah.
but they are gassing it like
Yeah.
like damn. I'm talking about they driving real fast. I gotta swerve back in the lane because the wind knocking me out the lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I remember visiting Germany when I did the athletes in action stint in my college career, and we
mm,
were we had to go to Lithuania, but we made a
yeah,
stop in Germany. And man, when I seen the fastest Lamborghini ever, and just like what you said, we were in the van like on the right side, kind of really just
yeah,
we going fast, but not that fast. But when that Lamborghini zoomed right past us, bro,
yeah,
it was windows shaking, everything, man. It was
yeah,
yeah, it was wild, bro. It was wild.
yeah, bro.
I
Nah,
definitely,
they be going crazy. I'm like, God damn, like
yeah.
relax.
Like how much faster can you really go, bro?
Man, like what do you where do you have to be that fast in the land? Like,
Yeah,
where are we going?
that's crazy, man. That's
But
crazy.
somebody told me it's illegal out there to run out of gas.
It's illegal to run out of gas?
Like that's I don't know if that's true. I never looked it up. Somebody from there told me that.
Yeah.
They said if you run out of gas, that's illegal. Like you getting a ticket. So not only are you mad as hell you ran out of gas, but you mad as hell because you about to get a ticket.
That's a wild law, bro. That's
That's
a wild
wild,
law.
bro. That's wild. I mean, I like I said, I don't know how true that is. I didn't look it up, but I mean, I don't see a reason to cap about that. Out of all things to cap about, I don't really see how
Fact.
that like you would cap about that. But damn, and not only you mad as hell, you out of gas, but you about to get a fat one.
You about to get served.
Like, oh man, no, that's it was crazy though, bro. I enjoyed my Bremerhaven experience, even though I was only there for what I got there January, and then was there till May, or I mean April, May, something like that. So,
So I'm gonna ask you every time, man, because like I said, I'm a food advocate. What were they serving around there, bro?
hey, I was really okay. Now this one is really the one that I was like, I was eating McDonald's a lot,
Why?
right? Nah, but I wasn't going to restaurants and stuff like that. I didn't really hang out with people there. I hung out with my teammates. And I'm not a huge cook, right? I want to learn. I want to get real, Chef Boyardee. But,
That's where our lead. That's hilarious. I like that one, bro. You try to take that one by, man.
hey, you feel me?
I feel you.
Nah, but like, they had these, I went to the store and they had these amazing like smoothies. This isn't
Mhm.
food, but they had these like amazing like little smoothie drinks coming in a huge glass. Bottle, and I'm getting like 8 of those every time I go.
Yeah.
Incredible,
Yeah.
incredible, bro. I'm telling you. And then they had like a bunch of these ready meals. Just pop them in the microwave, and usually in the states, like you can get ready meals, and they're gonna be cool, but they're not. They taste like ready meals. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
they taste like these ones was like, damn, like hold on, like somebody just chefed it up real quick.
Yeah.
Like they was hidden, bro. I pop them in the microwave, go crazy. Um, so
What
that
comes
was really kind of the main thing.
what comes in the ready meals, like in Germany?
They
Like what
had
do you have?
the ones I was getting. They had like the chicken. It was like like seasoned chicken, and it had like this like white type of sauce. I don't even know what it was. It was good though.
Hmm.
Popped it in the microwave, put the white sauce on it, and then they had the ones with like mashed potatoes and like chicken and stuff, and then they had some other stuff. It was fire. Like
Nice.
it didn't. I was telling my mom because we talk all the time, and when I was out there, I'm like, damn, like I'm getting these ready meals, and she knows I'm not like a cook like that, so she was like, I was telling her about these ready meals, and she was like, wow, she was surprised because I told her I'm like in the States, you can get the ready meals, the microwave meals and stuff, and they're like, whatever. These
Hmm.
ones out here are crazy. And I showed her, and she was like, damn. She's like, that does look good. Like, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
So, nah, it was, overall, it was a good experience out there. Food and basketball wise, atmosphere, fans and stuff like that. It was great.
Let's take a quick pause in today's episode. I want to give a big shout out to ATG, aka Knees Over Toes Guy. He has created the ultimate training system that has helped my body tremendously, and hopefully it can do the same for you. With this ATG program, it has bulletproofed my tendons, my ligaments, and worked all the smaller muscles around my ankle and around my hips and my shoulders. That has allowed me to honestly move a lot more freely on the court and made my recovery time a lot less. Beautiful thing about the ATG program is that you don't need any equipment at all. You can use free weights if you want to, but again, the best thing is it builds a foundation for your body. So, he has programs where you don't have any weights. He has programs where you can throw weights on for those that are more experienced. And the another beautiful thing about the ATG program is that Anybody can do it. You don't have to be sports specific. You don't have to play any sports at all. You could be, anybody that's having hip problems, ankle problems, shoulders, any mobility deficiencies that you may have in your body. The ATG program is 100% able to alleviate any pain and is able to help you with your overall mobility. I rely on the ATG program in the off season and during the season. Like I said, just because they have different programs and different variations and forms of exercises that you're able to do. So you are able to start, wherever your body is. If you're serious about taking your athleticism to the next height, or if you just want to alleviate some hip pain and, have some overall good functional movement, I highly, highly recommend the ATG program. And the beautiful thing about it is you can get 50% off of your first month with the link in the description, and I'll leave it below. Let's make your body bulletproof together.
Last question about food. I know Germany is known for their glizzies. You ain't had no glizzies out there, did you?
They was not known for the glizzies. They was known for the. That's crazy. Hey, glizzy's crazy though. Nah, they.
Oh, bro, I had to ask,
Nah, they
bro.
had the schnitzel. Schnitzel.
Oh, the schnitzels.
Schnitzel. That's what it was. Yeah.
Chicken schnitzels, steak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chicken. The chicken was banging.
yeah.
Yeah.
With some mashed potatoes and maybe some fries.
Hey, going. Hey, you already
Yeah.
know, going crazy.
I like schnitzels, bro.
Bro, schnitzels is OD.
Yeah.
Bro, like OD. I'm like, hey, y'all got any schnitzel?
Oh my God.
Bro, for real, bro. That shit was hitting. I'm like, damn, let me get a little piece of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me get, you seen those videos? Hey, who made this? Let me get 2 more.
Yeah.
For real, though,
What's
bro.
up, bro? That's what's
Nah,
up.
that
Yeah.
shit was good, bro.
I'm sure, especially being in Germany, I'm sure them shits is good, man. I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's awesome. So you said that you was there till about May. How did y'all finish out? How did y'all finish out,
We
man?
was, when I got there, I think we were like 12 or something like that in the league.
Hmm.
And then we finished 7.
Oh,
We
okay.
finished 7. And then we played the number 2 team, took them all the way to game 5, and then lost at their crib.
Mm,
But they was like the Tübingen was the number 2 team at the time, and they were like 10 hours away. So that bus ride every time was crazy.
mm,
And it was to the point where we had the air mattresses and laid them across. Everybody had their own air mattresses. We just laid them across. It was chilling the whole time.
mm-hmm.
But it was funny because the traveling team always lost. So then we beat them twice at our place. They beat us 3 times at their place.
That home court
Um,
advantage, man. You
yeah, home court advantage and the 10-hour travel on a bus.
yeah,
You could feel that.
yeah.
And then not only that, like you're not really fully locked in on the skiing, what you guys doing and stuff like that on both ends of the ball. So,
Hmm.
but I mean either way, because they only go to it's only a 5 series again, a 5-game series. So shit, we took them to game 5, coming from being 12 and
Mm,
then going finishing 7 and then taking them to game 5, and they were projected to smack us. Like
mm-hmm.
they were projected to just beat us quick, get us up out of there. And we took them to game 5. So I think that was just, obviously, everybody wants to win the championship, but I feel like that was a great ending to our season,
Yeah, yeah.
especially coming from where we was at before. So
Nah, that's crazy, man. If you don't mind, before we get back into the basketball, share a little bit about what you would do in those 10-hour bus trips. Like, cause I mean, I've had to do like maybe 10, 12 hours in South America. I've done it, you know what I'm saying? So, but for those who haven't done it, man, what are you doing on the bus for 10 hours?
man, look, man, I'm over here either trying to download stuff like on Netflix. Actually, I don't know if you could download stuff on Netflix at the time. I don't know if they updated that yet.
Mm,
So I think I was just like, if I had something already like downloaded on something else, I'd watch it. But most of the time, I'm either like texting, texting on my phone, or just going through social media, looking at the same shit, refreshing it, hoping it'll change just to kill time. trying
Yeah.
to trying to trying to make yourself go to sleep as long as you can. Going to sleep, waking up 30 minutes later, thinking that you just slept a couple hours. You look at the phone like, come on,
Man,
bruh. Like,
that's
there's
crazy.
really nothing you could do but just stare at the ceiling, stare at your phone. I mean, we stopped a few times, bathroom and just kind of get snacks or whatever.
Hmm.
So I had me my nice little snack section right here. You know what I mean, with the drinks right here too. I had me in my own little market, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it was just. But then again, they JUCO minded. JUCO, you taking the bus everywhere.
Hmm. Hmm.
Long bus rides all the time. So to me, it was like, I mean, obviously it sucked, but it was like to me, I'm like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
Everybody, a lot of dudes mad as hell. Like, damn, we gotta. I'm just like, hey, I would actually say this to him. Hey, I'm JUCO baby. I'm used to it. Like, I'm good. Let's go. Like, I'm good.
Yes, sir.
So, it was a crazy 10 hours, bro. But hey, you got to try to force yourself to sleep as long as you can, as
Hmm.
much as you can. So,
Is it the longest bus trip you've had?
no, I actually my in JUCO we made it to nationals, and I we drove to Kansas, Hutchinson, Kansas,
Oh, y'all went from
from Idaho in 22 hours, bro, on a bus.
wow.
It was
Wow.
like 20 or 22, something like that, on a bus.
Wow. That's crazy.
On a bus, bro. I'm like, damn, like
Bro, I
that
know
was
you.
that was the only one that pissed me off,
Hey, look, I'm over here rubbing my knees because I'm like, yo, I
bro.
know that hurt,
Bro,
bro. I know that hurt. 22 hours on
bro,
the bus?
22 of them, like insane.
Oh, bro, I can only imagine. My wife she's from Kansas, and so Hutch, man, that's middle of nowhere type, and
Man,
goodness,
literally.
bro,
But their arena is fire though,
it was,
bro. Their arena was like that was fire. Like
yeah,
that was the best JUCO arena by far. That was better than, in my opinion, that was better than or just as good as the Salt Lake City Stars,
mm,
their
mm,
arena.
mm-hmm,
I mean, that it was incredible. I was like, yo, wait, what?
yeah,
How do you have an arena like this and you're JUCO? Like, what are we
yeah,
doing? Where y'all getting the money from?
yeah, top nine,
Yeah. Yeah,
shoot,
that was crazy. Bunch of locker rooms, big, hella seats and stuff. It was nice, bro.
no,
So,
that's cool, man, that's cool. Well, hopefully, you ain't never got to endure a 22-hour bus drive like that.
what? I'm not even taking a 22-hour car drive.
No,
Even if I got the space, I'm not doing that.
yeah, I mean, and even for, we'll forward, but I know you had to take some. There was some lengthy bus trips I had to take in Turkey. You know what I'm saying? But
But hey, the longest one we had to take out here was only like 3.
three, that's
Yeah. So
uh,
that's nothing. That's cool. We get there, chilling, drive back. That's my favorite part about it though, is driving back right after the game. That's
mm-hmm,
great. I hate staying the night and then coming back next day. Like, let's just get back to the crib, bro.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, I can't do it.
Nice. So, talk a little bit about going into that next year. After you had that great run, and unfortunately, I lost to Game 5.
Hmm.
Where did you end up next? How was that summer for you?
The
Going into
summer was the summer was good. I'm trying to think of what summer that was. Yep, that summer was good. That was actually my first year in the TBT, second year that summer.
it was.
Uh, yeah, because that summer from Bremerhaven to Hungary was my second year. That
Mm-hmm.
was my second year, and then Hungary to this year was my third. Yeah, so that was my second year. That summer was good. I came out of the season thinking I was confident. Like I was confident in that I was going to get a decent spot next year, um, just because of how I played and how I improved from where I was to, in Austria versus when I got to Germany, and then kind of our run in that time. I felt very confident that I was going to get a decent spot.
Mm-hmm.
That summer was cool. Stayed in the gym. Um, kind of just did my own thing, played in the TBT. Uh, Went to the TBT dunk contest. I won that, so that just kind of built even more confidence. To that I was going to get a decent spot, not knowing whether or not overseas teams look at that stuff or care about that stuff. But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I just won the dunk contest championship. Like, I'm finna, hope that's gonna boost things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's gonna boost some shit.
Yeah.
So it was a good summer. I mean, I was, hard nosed, just staying active, staying grinding because I got to do my part at the end of the day. My agents and stuff are going to do their part. I got to do my part, and my part is staying in the gym, staying ready to go. Um, and just doing that made me stay confident.
So going into the summer after Germany, that was your first year in the TBT with Purple and Black, right? That's when we met. Because I feel like you had the purple. I feel like you did the Purple and Black one year, but you didn't do the dunk contest your first year. I feel like you
Yeah,
did
I didn't.
the contest your second year in the TBT, right? Or am I tripping?
No, that was my. I don't know. Yeah, it was my second year, but I'm trying to think of summers now because this last summer was my third,
Mm-hmm.
which was my transition from Hungary to here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the summer before that was my second, and that was my transition from Germany to Hungary. That was
Mm.
my second year. And then
Okay.
my first year was from right out of college.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah, 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 yep, yep. That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unless I'm missing something, I'm almost certain that that's right. Because now you got me thinking about it crazy.
No, no, my bad, brother. My bad. I was
Nah, nah, that's good. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because I did the 3-on-3 stuff, and then I also went from 3-on-3 to the TBT stuff.
Mm.
That's
So,
right.
dang. So you've been doing a lot, man. You do a
Yeah,
lot.
bro. I've been to a lot of places. I went to Santo Domingo for the USA stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that was my favorite spot because we actually got the official USA stuff, not the thin, the nice. I was like, whoa, yep,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
names on the back and everything. I'm like, oh, I need that. Like,
You know.
immediately when I saw it, I said, I need both jerseys, bro. Where the blue ones
Yeah.
at?
That's actually crazy, bro. Shout out to you, man, because you really represented Team USA, bro. Like that's nuts.
My
And
first time.
Fran Fraschilla, he was showing you,
Yeah,
man.
Fran. Yep, Fran. The
Yeah.
old Fran. He funny. Hey, he OG for real.
OG,
He
OG. Yeah.
OG, bro. He funny though. He a funny
Hmm.
guy. He's a great dude, by the way. I mean, great dude. I ain't talked to him in a minute, in a long time.
Yeah. Shout out to Fran, man, for real, for real.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to Fran. That dude's funny. Great dude. I don't know if is he still doing the commentating stuff.
I'm not sure, man. I haven't watched
Yeah,
ESPN in a long time.
yeah.
I knew Fran when his son played in Highland Park out of Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And us being in the South, we'd always shoot up to 67 playing in Highland Park.
Hmm.
Us a little bit, a little salty. He remembered me, you know what I'm saying, and and
That's funny.
also he did the ESPN. He was always on
Yeah.
the stage, so
Hmm.
he's a great guy, humble guy,
Hmm.
real chill.
Yeah,
But
real chill.
but dang, so share your experience about on the 3-on-3. My last guest, he played 3-on-3 in Japan, but I know
Hmm.
it had to be different representing USA, man. Like,
It was crazy. I mean, I first of all, it was it was a huge blessing, bro.
yeah,
I posted it on my Instagram. I said I can't even explain how I feel because I came a long way. Like a lot
yeah,
of people like thought that I might make it pro or whatever, but being able to represent the USA team or you represent USA in any capacity, whether that's 5-on-5, 3-on-3, whatever it is, just being able to do that it was crazy, bro. I'm like I couldn't believe it when I first got invited to actually be on the team. I was like, what? Like
yeah. Talk about
it's
that, though,
fire.
bro. Because like, how did that even work for you? Like,
Right after Portland State, right? My last year at Portland State. You know how they do that the hoop summit game
mm-hmm,
in Portland. So we played against I think it was the world team. No, it was the USA team. We played against them, but they got guys like just around Portland to play against those guys, get them ready for the actual USA versus World game. And this
Mm-hmm.
was the day before the Hoop Summit game, and we were playing in the Moda Center, and Fran was there. Obviously, the leader, the boss of the USA stuff was there, and I mean, I played well. Fran came up to me right after we finished scrimmaging him, and it was like, I think you'd be really good in 3-on-3, stuff like that. It was introduced himself, gave me his card, his ESPN card. I was like, whoa, ESPN had his name. I was like, okay, hold
Yeah.
on, okay. So then, I was texting with him. Sent my agent and him, exchanged their information. Then I started talking to the USA guy, and I don't remember his name. And that's actually going to sound bad, but I don't remember his name. But he, we were talking, and I went to the Hall of Fame, the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
And that was more of like a tryout, but like they were saying that I'm probably going to be on the team. But it was like a bunch of guys there.
Yeah.
And so we, they were teaching us how to play it, how it works, 3-on-3 stuff. And then we played at the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the most insane courts I've ever played on. Like insane. Just the design and everything was fire.
Yeah.
And so we did that. And they selected me to go to Santo Domingo. So I went. And then just being not only getting represented for that or getting picked to represent is a great feeling, but actually going and playing against other international teams is like, in my mind, we have to win. Like, we're the United States. Like, we have to win.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta, like, not only do we have to win, we gotta, like, kill.
Dominate for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm like, that just even raised up even more. Like, all right, come on. Like, let's go. I don't care who's in front of us. Like, come on, we gonna win. And so we ended up winning that whole thing. Our girls and guys team won the whole thing. And that wasn't for money. That was for like points and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a challenger or something like that. It was for points and stuff. So we won the whole thing. And then I got picked again to go to Poitiers, France.
Mm-hmm.
This one was a little different. We didn't get the jerseys again. We got like the jerseys at the Poitiers, France event was hosting, and it just said Poitiers 3x3 on it. Um, but I got picked there was two United States teams. There was the DC team, and then there was a Harlem team.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the DC team, which is like the A team, and then the B team was the Harlem team. And so we lost quickly in that one. We just weren't locked in. We kind of it just didn't. I don't think it was a good mesh of the
Yeah.
players. It was a different players and stuff like that. I mean, all the players were good players. We just didn't mesh well together.
Mm-hmm.
Which is whatever, that's gonna happen. But even that experience was lit, like lit. It was uh it wasn't a terrible feeling, but it was just like, damn, because we're the United States team, but we lost early.
Mm-hmm.
So like now we just walking around watching other teams, people looking at us and shit like, why y'all ain't playing type shit like. So I'm like, yeah, see, yeah, but it was good, bro. Those are the only two events I've been to, and really just been. I haven't heard anything. I haven't talked to them since. I haven't heard from them since. Just not awesome, like but it just kind of how it's been.
Yeah.
But it was great. I mean, I enjoyed every minute of every spot I was at with the USA team because it was an
Yeah.
honor to be there.
Did they did they roll out the red carpet for y'all a little bit? Like, did they have everything you need as far as like the transportation? Were y'all getting good
Yeah.
food? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything A1, huh?
Yeah. Literally everything. I didn't have to pay for nothing. I just showed up and got hella gear and played. And if I wanted anything extra on my time, obviously I'd pay for that. But like anything, they had it. Had us in a good hotel, good spots to go eat. Went together as a team. Guys and girls, we went together. It was real cool, real cool.
Awesome. That's awesome. So did you get to, I know you said you had a short stop in France, because y'all lost, but at the same time, did you get to experience France at all?
Nope,
You,
nada.
but yeah, you not a
But
outside.
even then, like I didn't. It wasn't like a lot of like time and a lot of like opportunity to even go do something like that. Even if I wanted to go do something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Had y'all busy, huh?
yeah. Had us busy, but it is what it is. I mean, I think of it when I go somewhere. Obviously, it would be nice to there's opportunities where you can go look at stuff, but I look at it as more of like a business trip. Like
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
For,
Everywhere I go.
for sure.
So.
So after your stints with USA Basketball, you got on to, like you said, you did TBT for
Mhm.
years,
Yes,
um,
sir.
for a couple summers. How was that? How was that experience for you? And that's where we honestly met.
Yeah.
For those of you listening, like that's how me and Khalid got on, and we becoming brothers in arms. And so, you mind sharing your experience with that?
TBT was a great experience. Every year I go is for the vibes.
Mm,
Obviously, the exposure is another thing, and everything like that on the court, and the eyes watching, and everything like that. That's obviously great, and that helps. But like the vibes is really like kind of like the main reason I go.
yeah,
Because everybody's funny as hell. Everybody's real cool, real chill.
mm,
So just enjoying that. Because in the summer, I don't do too much in the summer. I
mm,
hang out at home, hang out with the same couple people. 'Cause I don't hang out with too many people, but hang out with the same few people that I hang out with back home, which is not a problem. I enjoy doing it, but just being able to have something different was real cool.
yeah,
And I enjoyed the TBT. The atmosphere at the games was nuts, especially for like a tournament that I was new to, like like just knowing about and kind of stuff like that. But it was nuts. Like even building up, like going to meet and greets and going to see people and sign stuff like that was. I'm not even a Kansas. I didn't even go to Kansas State, and people treating me like I went there. Like, and that was weird, but it was cool because it was like, damn, like it's really like that out here, like.
yeah, yeah,
Like it's really like that, and then we went to the game, and it was a bunch of like Kansas State fans everywhere, and the whole gym just chanting Kansas State, like going crazy. I'm like, damn, like, hey, this shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. This
yeah.
shit is crazy. I was like, I wish I went to Kansas State. Shit. Man, the love they showing and the atmosphere they got, I'm like, damn. Hold on.
Yeah. Nah, Kansas State definitely get a lot of love, and I honestly say, man, it could be a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying?
Man, yep.
You can see
Mm-hmm.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be a gift because you do the right things, and
Yeah.
people love you and they cherish you. But if you fall too much into that snare, you know what I'm saying? It could definitely be detrimental to your ego in a way. So.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you good. For those of you, my man is eating right now. He just got out of practice, so
Nah, I just had to take a quick bite. Quick bite,
no,
that's all.
you good, brother. I'm not tripping about this.
Um,
100% authentic, man. We ain't worried about it. But yeah, man, you want to share a little bit about the dunk contest experience because I know that you had
man.
won it, but I wasn't even like around. I didn't even know you was in it. I didn't even know you
Yeah.
was in it, bro. You know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
that was actually crazy how I even got invited. Like, because I told you, layup lines is my favorite part of any basketball game. And so I'm going crazy in layup lines doing my shit. And then like they taking videos and putting me on the TBT like Instagram page and stuff.
Hmm.
And then I get a text from I don't remember his name, but somebody that works for the TBT and was like,
Is it Dan?
we it might have been. I had to look, but he texted me and was like, we want to have you for the dunk contest. I was like, what? You have a dunk contest? I was like, cool, I'm there.
Easy.
So easy, I'm there. Like, it's good. I didn't even know what type of dunk contest. Like, I thought it was just normal, like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Cool.
Hmm.
So after we lose, I go home. The TBT flies me back out. They fly me to Philly.
Mm.
And because that's where the championship game was, and that's where the last, the stuff was. And if either the dunk contest was before the championship game or it was the day before the championship game. But either way, it was right before a game.
Mm-hmm.
And so they got everything set up. We get in there. The gym is fire to me. Um, the setup is fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is nice. I had to wear the purple and black stuff, and they gave us little passes and stuff like that, and we changed and got ready, and it was like we're chilling. There's not too many people there till it started, but we were just warming up, messing around, and then everybody starts coming in to watch, and then I figured out I watched videos actually before I flew back out, and it was a posterizing dunk contest. So
Mm-hmm.
somebody just sit there and try to contest you dunk. I'm like, oh, this is even better. Like, I like this better than doing tricks. Like, I'm cool
Yeah.
with that. Like,
Yeah.
so I get out there and I'm like, okay, so I know how this is finna go. Now I'm trying to see who I'm finna get matched up with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really too worried about it, but I'm like trying to watch and see how everybody jumps, what they can and can't do. I'm like, okay. The judges, Mo Bamba was a judge. He was
Mm-hmm.
one of the judges. And then they had some other people judging. Um, and the guy that won it the last time they did it, because I guess they didn't do it for like 3 years, 3 or 4 years, since that dunk contest. They've been doing 3-point contests.
Mm-hmm.
So they they lined us up, but that dude that won, he got a first round bye. So all he had to do was win twice, and he's done.
Mm-hmm.
So I beat I won the first round, and I had to go up against him the second round.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a big dude, he's not really too athletic, but I mean, he's athletic obviously, but like he's not like a huge like explosive like. So I'm like, okay, he's just a big body. So then in my mind, I'm like, okay, either I gotta block this or I gotta dunk on him better than he dunks on me.
Absolutely.
So it's like, and he's the defending champ, so it's like, nah, I feel like I really got to go at him for real. Like,
Yeah.
so I won the first round, go up against him the second round. He goes first. He gets me. I get a piece of it, but he gets me. I jump to the side a little bit, but I still get a piece. He gets it. I'm like, okay. So now it's my turn. I'm like, all right, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
come on. So then I dunked on him better than he dunked on me. So I went on to the next round. And then I'm in the championship round and, kind of just did just a two-hand monkey dunk.
Yeah. And
Two-hand monkey dunk.
at that point, you feel like you had it in the bag.
Yeah, I felt like I had it in the bag. And that's not no disrespect to who I went up against, but that's just like I just beat the defending champ, who was a bigger and stronger guy than who was in the championship round. But in my mind, I'm like, I got this. Like, there's
Mm-hmm.
no way I lose this. I can't lose this now. Like, if I just beat the defending champ, I cannot lose in the championship game in the
For
championship
sure.
round. So I just finished it off, and then they was like 20K. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I'm like, hey, I put my name. They get my name with the Velcro on it. I put my name on the champion board.
Yeah.
Man, that was a great feeling. Walked
Yeah.
over to the little screen that they got with the 20K on it and put send. Yeah, that
Instantly?
was type shit, type shit.
Type shit.
They
Okay. Okay.
like it was only instantly for the people that won the championship game. Mine was I pushed it for the optics, and then the boss of the whole TBT wrote me a check for the
Mm,
20K.
that's tough, bro.
Yeah, it was fire. I was like, I can't wait till I get back to the crib. You know how many people hit me up after
I'm
that?
sure. I'm sure your Instagram was
Bro, my
Instagram your
Instagram was going crazy, text messages, like everything was going crazy. I'm
was
like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, damn,
congratulations.
I just won 20K. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Was it for congratulations or was it for like what
It
people
was
like
it was both. Mainly congratulations, but like a couple few people
a
hit
couple
me up
people?
and asked me. Yeah,
Oh, nasty
I
word.
know. Oh, I know. No, I'm not new to that. So
Yeah.
I am not new to that.
That's what's
But
up.
it was crazy, bro. I'm like, what? Just on Duncan, and it took like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Dunked on 3 people. Let me get up out of there.
Easy money. Easy money.
Easy money. Easy
Can't
money,
get
bro.
better than that.
Bro, I could not wait to get back to the crib. I wasn't even in Philly for 24 hours.
Dang, that's how fast it went.
Bro, I got there same day, did the dunk contest, then left the next morning.
Oh my goodness.
I got there. I was probably in Philly for like 16 hours,
Mm-hmm.
18 hours, something like that. And
Ooh.
then yeah, got up out of there. I went straight to the bank when I got back to the crib.
Man, don't take me anywhere else.
Bro, nowhere else, bro. Nowhere else. I'm going straight to the crib. Like, or
Yo,
straight to the bank. Straight to the bank, bro. Oh my God. That shit was lit.
that's awesome, bro. I'm happy for you in that. I don't think
Man.
I told you. I think I told you congratulations, man. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, just hearing that and seeing how you really
Mm-hmm.
genuinity behind it, bro. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Man,
So,
I appreciate it.
nah, you good, fam. You good. So let's get back on track. I know you still got 2 more years that we have to talk about. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
after the summer, you obviously feeling real good.
Right.
You just you obviously feeling real good right now.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about going into that next year, your next gig.
Next year, I'm feeling good. Confident, obviously, from how things ended in the Pro A, my rookie year. Feeling confident because of, you know, me coming into a new team and me kind of feeling like I know that I can help in any way that I can. I know that I can potentially be a star here. Not expecting to come in and be a star because I feel like that kind of is a little bit on the like, cocky side, but it's more of like I know that I could put in the work to become a star on the team. Whether I am or I'm not, I'm going to be very relevant in this league.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in on my team, but everyone's going to know who I am in the league. Like I will be one of the main focal points on your scouting report
Yes.
because of the work I put in the summer and because of the confidence that I know I have. Like I don't care who's in front of me. I don't care if you're American. I don't care where you're from. You're gonna have a rough night.
Yeah. I
You
love
are
it.
going to have a rough night.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like that, and obviously we'll get to this later, but even now, like now especially, like yeah, but I feel very like I was gonna be very relevant on any team or against any team.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're gonna have to do everything you can to try to keep me out the game. But
Mm-hmm.
then again, we had it was me. We had a bunch of Americans, but like it was me and 2 other Americans, 2 guards, and then we weren't called this, but it was just like kind of like the big three type of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
you can try to keep one of us out the game, but you're not going to be able to keep 2 of us out the game. No way.
Exactly.
You just better hope that one of us has a terrible game. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's really all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people would say. Like people would write articles and say things like, or coaches would say things like, "We got to stop Thomas. We got to stop these other guys." Like you're gonna have to do that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like, and that's how I felt coming in. Like I don't care what anybody has to say to me or anything like that. Like I know what I can do, and I know how helpful that I can be. So
Yeah.
I
So
wasn't worried about nobody.
no, that's what's up, brother. So that next year you're going into the Hungarian league, right?
Yes, sir.
What
First division.
team? What team was it? If you don't mind me asking, what's the team name?
I was on the O'Shea Lions,
O'Shea.
OSE. Yes, sir.
Nice, nice.
Small town, great fan base. And I liked it. I mean, like I said, I'm always a homebody, so me being in a small town wasn't terrible. I mean, it was kind of boring, literally nothing to do at all. Like not even if I wanted to.
There was nothing to do, even if you wanted to.
One main road, grocery stores.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the really only thing there is to do is go to this one bar,
Mm-hmm.
which was where all the fans went, or go to the grocery store.
Yeah, which is where all the
So like,
fans. Went.
yeah, like
No, that's what's up.
so
So that means they're 1,000% tapped into basketball. There, their culture,
yeah.
really runs around basketball in that city. I'm sure.
And oh yeah, I mean every game is packed. Like every game is packed. Like even on a light night, it still is decent in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, I mean, it was a bunch of it was a good time. I mean, I got nothing to say about O'Shea. I enjoyed every minute of it. Um, on the court, I mean, obviously you can't say much about off the court, but on the court, it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
The fans especially.
Talk a little bit about like your dynamics on the court, man, because even watching, because I still watch. I mean, like I said, some the way you play sometimes is actually crazy. You know, with your athleticism, your the way you can get to the basket, you know, and obviously you dunking on folks and you stretching out and shooting a three, bro. Um,
Hmm.
I think all your highlights are kind of must see, to be honest,
Hmm.
of how you play, bro. And I know with your confidence that you're going into that year. How do you feel like? Do you feel like you overachieved? Do you feel like you did what you were supposed to do in that league?
I feel like I did exactly what I was supposed to do.
Mm,
I feel like because I'm never satisfied. Like I always feel like I could have done more, but I still feel like I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I averaged like 16 and 7, um, in a very well respected league, and I feel like I did exactly what I was supposed to do.
yeah.
You know, I don't came in and obviously I was relevant to every team that played against us. Like you know what I mean. Like you had to stop me or you had to try to keep me out the game. You had to try to keep one of the other guards that we had out the game. And I feel like that was a springboard, really. I feel like that one right there was a huge springboard, especially the way I played and how respected that league is because of where I am right now,
Mm-hmm.
especially in my third year.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that was a huge springboard, honestly, and I'm glad that it went the way that it did because you could definitely see the improvement. I feel like anybody that really knows basketball or knows me or watches me or whatever. Like I improved from going from Austria to Germany, and then you can see the improvement in my game, like on film and in the numbers from Germany to Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
I got my averages up in every category easily.
Yeah.
So, and I'm nothing but grateful and thankful for that. You
Yeah.
know, coach putting me in the situations where I can shine, and then proud of myself because of the improvement that I made and the work that I put in and continue to put in. Um, you know, there's nothing that anybody could tell me differently about that because I
Absolutely.
know exactly what I did and what I've been doing to achieve the things that I've been achieving.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, that's awesome, man. So you said how much do you feel like you averaged? You was there for 1 year, right? 1, 2 years?
yeah, just 1 year.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was on there. That was the first team I was on for the whole year. So I finished with 16 and 7 though.
16 and 7. Yeah.
Hmm.
And the thing about it is, I think with these, as you're climbing the European ladder, a lot of people look at your efficiency rating, your efficiency
Hmm.
your plus minus, and one thing I always recognize following you because I always keep up with you, man. Your efficiency rating is always high. It's always at least 22 plus. You know,
Hmm.
30.
Hmm.
32. You know what I'm saying? Getting you damn near getting a double double almost every game. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
hey working on it. I am
Yeah.
working on it, bro.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to see, bro. It's awesome to see. And so, um, how do you feel like that year finished off with you? Like, what did y'all end up in? Did y'all end up going to the chip?
Nah, we finished ninth. The only
No.
top eight go. Only reason we finished ninth, and we won out, right? We started terrible first half of the season. We got a new coach, and then
Uh,
we went on no, but we went on a run. I liked the second coach and how he did things and kind of like stuff like that. I think his system and kind of how he did things was a huge reason of why we bought in and why we made that run that we did. In order for us to even make the top eight, we had to win out. Our last like 4 games was 3 games or something like that, and we did. but we needed this team to lose, and they won off a buzzer beater or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they stayed in the eighth, and we dropped to ninth. But we finished ninth. The way they do things is they make you play, even if you don't make the playoffs. They make you play until the 18th of May.
Yeah.
So you got to play each team that's or 8 or 10 and below, because obviously we're 9. So we got to play anybody 10 and below twice.
Man, that's
So yeah, so we played them, and then another like a week break or something like that. And then we play them again.
mm, that's crazy.
So
So you,
finished out ninth. It was good, good.
yeah. How you feel like you finished like on the back end, playing the other teams? It was solid. I know you felt like you probably didn't have anything to necessarily play for.
Right, I know. I definitely felt that way. I definitely felt like we were playing for nothing, really. But at the same time, I'm still there, still got games to play. Might as well still continue to do what I got to do. You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, I still feel like I played well in those. Except probably maybe the first two. But overall, I feel like I definitely played better in the season. I will say that I played better in the season versus the back end, but I still feel like the back end I still finished decently.
Yeah. Did those
So
did those back end games count towards your regular season averages, like your points and rebounds and
mm,
everything, or was
I
that a
think so.
category?
I think so. I think they went towards the same category.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I think they did, because I think I remember having a conversation about that with my agent at the time.
Yeah. Telling you like,
Uh,
don't slack.
right. Yeah. Yeah. So no, I got you. No, I was like, yeah, I got you. That's good. You ain't got to worry about it.
Hmm.
But that's regardless. I feel like that was nothing but helpful towards my career and what
Hmm.
I'm trying to do.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. So now we're here in this year. You're in
Yes,
Turkey.
sir. Yes, sir.
Konya,
Second
Konya.
division. Konya Sport. Yes, sir. Konya BBSK is what it is now. Konya Sport, I believe, was the old team, or the team they had last year, and they changed something.
Hey, I'm gonna call it Konya Sport because I remember Konya Sport when I
Oh yeah,
was.
that's right. I remember you hit me on that. I remember you hit me on
Nah,
that. He's like,
I'm
they're gonna love you out
yeah, I'm just kidding, bro. But
there.
they do that a lot in Turkey. They be changing their names, man. They be changing.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, we don't have to get all into that, man. Talk about your experience in Turkey so far. How's that been for you? On the ground,
Man.
I know you loving it.
Hey man, look, I am loving it out here in Turkey, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I mean, like I said, I don't do much. I'll be at the crib.
Mm,
But just the fan base, the city I'm in, I'm in, they say the most religious and conservative city. Well, obviously it being a Muslim country, but just the city itself is nice. There's not really much to do for nightlife and stuff, but that I don't really care. I already had my nightlife experience in Istanbul, which is insane. Istanbul
mhm.
is crazy. But I like it here, honestly, bro. I have no complaints. Our arena is fire. Our arena is fire, especially for a second division team. Our arena is nice. I enjoy all my teammates. I'm cool with everybody. I enjoy, everybody on staff. I fuck with the coach. And management's real cool. So I have nothing bad to say about anything here. And
Yeah.
then basketball wise, I mean, oh, and the fan base. Fan base is nice here.
OD. OD.
Like I'm talking like we had, bro. We were playing this team, and we were playing this team at the crib, and this is a few weeks ago. And they was talking shit to me, like these players was talking shit to me, like straight up, like during the game. Which I don't care about that. I'll never start
The
it, but I will
locals,
finish it.
the
Yeah,
locals or the
on
Americans?
the other team, No, the
Yeah.
Americans we don't talk shit to each other. We just be, but like the
It be
locals on the other
locals,
team,
bro.
huh?
It be them locals. It be them,
Yes, bro. They
bro.
was talking
They be trying to
crazy,
crazy. Yeah, bro.
bro, crazy, and I'm like, bro, I'll never start it, but I will finish it. But the thing
Sure.
about me is, I love when people talk. I'm always gonna show up and play, and but once you start talking shit to me, now I'm gonna really bust your ass. Like now I'm really finna now it's finna be a crazy tough night for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because the dude that was talking shit to me had 1 point the entire game and
Yeah.
scored 1 3 at the end of the game when it didn't matter.
Mm.
And I had 25 that game.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kept talking shit to me. I'm like, bro, what are you talking shit to me for? Like, you're irrelevant. You're not doing anything. You're not helping your team at all. You're like 1 for 12. He kept missing layups, threes. I'm like, you're like 1 for 12 right now, or
I
0
ain't,
for 12
yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. You know why they do that, right?
to try to throw you off.
Yeah, OD.
I love that shit.
There's nothing that they could honestly do, at that point. You could, I mean, and I'm just going off my experience as well.
Right.
I don't mean to make it about me right now, but I'm a Turkish legend, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
there, when I was there, I was undefeated. Um,
Okay.
I th- like we went like 11-0. But
Damn.
um, yeah, and I was averaging like 20 and 10. I was putting nasty numbers up, and I remember
Yeah, that's crazy.
the last game I was there, bro. Guys were just playing extremely dirty, and one guy
Yes, bro.
put me in the back of my head,
Yes.
and me and him got into it, bro. And I'm the one that got kicked out though. Sure enough, sure
Yeah,
enough.
see, because that's because you're American.
Mm. So I'd say to you, man, just understand why they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They a guy, trying to talk cash shit, scoring 1 point. You know what he's there for.
Right.
So, he's just trying to throw you off your game, bro. So never let that happen. Never let that happen from
Oh,
one brother to
I
another.
love it, bro. I
Yeah,
honestly, I love it because it's like now I make it my mission to make you look dumb.
yeah.
I told my teammate because he was the other American because you can only have two Americans, and I walked down the sideline down our bench. I'm in the game though. I'm just walking down the sideline. I'm like, bro, don't they know? Did they not know that when you talk shit to me, I play better?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, like this doesn't bother me. I start laughing. I'm laughing in his face, like he's saying shit to me. It was obviously broken English, but he's saying shit to me. I'm just I'm looking at you laughing, bro. Like you can't fuck with me, bro.
Yeah,
Like, at all. Not even on your best day. Not even on my worst day.
yeah,
So it's like, bro, I'm not worried about you, bro, at
yeah.
all. Like it's never like in order for me to get to that point where I'm about to get kicked out of a game, you're gonna have to swing on me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like there's no amount of shit talking or anything like dirty play because I expect you to do that because
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to keep me out the game. You're trying to make me a step slower because you bumped me or because you know I'm not worried about you, bro, at all.
Yeah.
Because I
I'm a,
know I was on the scouting report and you're not. So and
yeah,
that's not even on some dickhead shit. That's just like I just know that I was a huge part of your scouting report and you weren't on
yeah. That's an absolute
it.
truth. Mm-hmm.
So
Honestly, I wish I knew that, because me, I always fight fire with fire. I did, and especially my second.
hey, I'm already knowing, bro.
Yeah, I was ignorant, bro, and so I would say, be me being 10 years in the game now, I think I've calmed down a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
I wish I kind of had like that emotional intelligence when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to being on the court, because that is the number one goal. There's only two Americans. It's not like there's another two that the club can rely on to get the win, and so it's only you and the other one, and then everybody else is
Mm-hmm.
locals. So obviously, if they take one out, they definitely have a higher chance of winning. So
Exactly.
I I applaud you for that, man. I really really do, because I mean, even after all this, I still learn from other people, and I'm still learning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely learning from you as well, man. Because to laugh in somebody's face, and genuinely laugh, like that hurts them more rather than
Yeah.
hurt back at them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it, bro. That's like my favorite thing to do. Like I'm like literally my favorite thing to do. I want you to talk shit to me. One, so I can now really bust your ass. And two, like once you start talking shit to me, and I score on you, I'm gonna just laugh. I'm not
Mm,
even gonna talk shit to you. I'm gonna laugh.
yeah.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm not gonna say nothing to you. I might walk down. I might walk down and tell your coach, "Hey, he need to sub," like
Mm,
that. But
hmm.
that's about it. That's the most I'm gonna do is tell your coach, "Hey, sub him out," or
Yeah.
switch, or something,
Something.
something, do something.
Help him,
Like,
bro.
bro, help him out. Help me. But
Oh,
I hit him with a jab, go right, bump, get him off balance, turn fade. And I just was laughing at him, bro.
Mm,
It's like, bro.
mm. Nasty work. Nasty
Hey,
work.
I love it, bro. I really do. I love it.
So, what's y'all's record right now?
We're 4-4 right now. We're not doing the best. We're dropping games. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I know we're gonna find it. We're gonna make it click. It's very frustrating. And then I'm one of those guys that if I have a bad game, or even if I get like, I'm never one of those guys to be like, all right, I gotta score 20 tonight. No, like humbly and respectfully, like I know I'm gonna score 20 or at least 18, close to it.
Yeah.
You know, like. But if I feel like I've taken too many shots, too many bad shots, forced too many shots, whatever the case is, and I feel like I'm hurting the team, even I obviously know that the game is a team game, but I will always blame me. I've always been that way. College, high school, now, like I'm always, even if it's not my fault per se, I feel like it is because
Mm,
I got to be better for the team, not just for me. Like I'm not thinking like, damn, I took hella shots, now my numbers are bad. Like, nah, I'm thinking like, damn, we just lost, and I took hella shots, forced a lot of shots, or took some bad shots, made some bad decisions, missed some guys on the, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's on me. You know what I'm saying? Both didn't get this stop or whatever the case is, I'll put it on me. So I'm always the guy to look in the mirror. I'm never gonna ever be like, this person needs to do this person needs to do that. Like it's always like, what am I not doing? Or
yeah.
what am I doing that's hurting the team or whatever the case is.
Hmm.
But that's how I felt the last game, actually. This last one we just lost, and the one before that. I still had 18 last game and 20 the game before that, but like I didn't shoot it as efficiently as I normally do, and that just I was better on the defensive end this last game, but the 2 games ago, nah, that one was like it was just a terrible game for me. Even though, like I said, I still got my averages, but I blame that on me. I even texted the guys and was like, my fault and shit like that. I texted the coach. Um, Not for anybody to be like, oh no, it's okay. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't even care if you don't respond.
Yeah.
I just need you to know that that's how I'm feeling.
Hmm. Do your
So
did your people accept you in that way? Like, did they understand? Like you said, I know you
yeah,
have no responses or anything, but do you feel like they kind of understand like where you're coming from in that way?
yeah. I mean, they was like, bro, like you're good. Like it's a team game. Like it's not just you. And there's nothing that anybody could tell me. Like nobody. There's nothing you could tell me that make me feel different. And
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing that you could tell me that I don't already say about myself anyway. Like
Yeah.
if I take a bad shot or if I'm playing like terrible, I don't care if a teammate were to tell me this, coach or management that sits on the bench with us. I don't care if they would be like, "You're playing terrible right now." I already know that.
Hmm.
I'm never gonna, because I already said that to myself. I'm never gonna argue back with you. I'm never gonna, say anything back to you because I already know. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm very, I'm my own biggest critic.
Yeah.
So like, there's just nothing that you can say or do to make me feel any different until I feel like I've improved, not just personally, but for the team,
Hmm.
making better decisions on both ends of the ball and just kind of like being where I need to be. You know what I mean? And if I feel like I'm not doing that, then I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I get to that point.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to feel better until I do that.
Yeah. No, I totally get it, man. I think um obviously, it is a team game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking anything away from you, but at the same time, understand that, you are there to produce and
Mm-hmm.
score and to be efficient amongst the team. But at the same time, um, I don't know how your teammates are. I haven't watched the whole game, not knocking them at all. But I think there's a fine line, especially
Mm-hmm.
like it is only two Americans there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that you want to be your own biggest critic, but at the same time, I would say don't push it to a point to where it becomes detrimental or you start
Mm-hmm.
guessing yourself on the court. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think you are efficient. Because I see your stats. I think you are, in a way, a team player. So that's just my little piece of advice to you. Like, don't feel like you have to overcompensate too much. I think there's a fine line.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Especially if you have like teammates that you see like aren't necessarily putting in the work to deserve that extra pass. And like
Right.
I don't know them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not knocking them at all, but that's just I kind of just feel like that's one thing I learned, in my professional career, especially like understanding like Kobe's mindset in a
That
way.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say like that Kobe stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's not,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not, and when people talk about like Kobe, and I don't mean to deter, go off for your career, but I'm just saying like I don't. When I say like the Kobe mindset, obviously nobody else is gonna come nowhere near to Kobe,
Right.
but at the same time, you see people's habits, you see people's tendencies, you see as soon as the clock hit and it's time to leave, like who leaves, who stays for extra shots. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of pick up
Mm-hmm.
things, and so.
Yeah.
Um, that also has to be included and translate to the game as well. You know what I'm saying? Just because, like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, we may be a team, but you have to ask yourself at the same time, like, do you work on this shot? Like,
Right.
not that do you deserve this shot, right? Because everybody, is going to have to shoot the ball sooner or later. But at the same
Right.
time, don't come to me, bitching and complaining when
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not putting in no extra work. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so yeah, I just say like, don't at the end of the day, like, bro, don't beat yourself up with that, especially when it comes to Turkey, bro, because in that league, like, you're there to score and to win,
Right. Right.
man. So yeah, man, I totally appreciate your mindset and your observance, when it comes to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because that's
Right.
huge, and that's what it
Mm-hmm.
really takes to be a pro. You know,
Mm-hmm.
quicker you can really like get onto that, like the better I think you'll be, and I think you're
Mm-hmm.
great, career overseas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm trying to do everything. You know, always on and off the court. Like basketball wise, but on and off the court. Like I'm thinking like you know what I like. I rewatch all the games every time. I'll rewatch it multiple times and be like, okay, I could have made this decision here, or I should have did this, or what if I did this instead? You know what I mean? Like even if I made a basket, like I'm not going to take away from that basket, but I'm trying to think of all the opportunities or the situations or the decisions that I could have made in that moment. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, but even when I'm not watching the games, like I'm always thinking about basketball. Like okay, what can I work on now? Like what can I start working on? What can I, like what can I get better at? Type shit. Like
Hmm.
so. But I'm never worried about what anybody has to say to me about nothing because, like I said, I already think that anyway, or it's something that I've already said to myself anyway. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to improve in in every way that I can every day. So,
No,
it's not, which is actually, I feel like it helps that I just stay at home all the time because it gives me, even when I'm playing the game and stuff like that, like it's more like, like I said, playing the game and chilling at home is my peace because then I think about hella shit, like basketball wise and non basketball wise, but obviously. Basketball wise, I think that helps me like think about a lot of things in a lot of different ways. So that way I can improve and, be better at my craft. So,
no, that's awesome, man. So I know we kind of towards the end of everything, but I do have a
mm,
question for you. What can we expect out of the rest of your season here in Turkey?
highlights. Like highlights and just professionalism. I feel like, you know, people who don't really know me like that are gonna, think, but they're gonna think, and I personally don't give a shit. But like I think I carried myself as a professional, like mentally and just in general. Obviously, I have my moments where I want to pop out a little bit and stuff, and I think everybody does, especially being in the life and career that we're both in. Um, but I think, you're gonna see a lot of professionalism, even in the highlights, like
Hmm.
just how I carry myself. Like I'm not one of those talk hella shit type of guys and just I'm gonna make a bucket and then get back. Like, just little shit like that. Um, like I said, I think I carry myself pretty well. Um,
Hmm. I
So
think
I think it'll be a lot of highlights and
there
stuff.
was one situation a teammate threw you a oop and the guy kind of took you out. Is that one of
Yeah,
those situations where you just feel like you
yeah,
maintain the professionalism?
yeah. Because I mean, that happens to me a lot, bro. Like I feel like that game, and that was the game I'm talking about, where our fans were throwing water on the court and everything like that.
Hmm.
Uh, I think like I felt like Jordan playing against the Pistons.
Yeah.
Like teams take me out. Like if I'm in the air, they take me out a lot. They hard foul me all the time, and it's easy, for somebody to freak out and get mad and just like it's easy,
Hmm.
because it's like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? But like, I know that they don't think of it like that. They don't think the same way I do. And what's the point of me doing that? I don't get nothing out of that.
Yeah.
If it's really like that, and you want to get on that, okay, I'll see you after the game, no problem.
Hmm.
But right now, I'm not going to jeopardize myself or the team because of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could have easily got mad and got up and pushed him and did all this shit. I'm good. I'm good. I know you. I know that. I know why you did it because you're trying to get me out the game. I know.
Hmm.
No point in me freaking out about it.
Yeah. No, I like that mindset, man. Like I said, I wish I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I wish I.
Hey, hey,
I
hey. Working on it is that's all you can ask for, really.
yeah. Yeah. Another question is, and this is side related, but are those prayers waking you up? Did those prayers around the city wake you up? Any like do they do the prayers on the intercom?
They do it. They don't wake me up because where I live at, like I hear it, but it ain't like I'm not like right next to one, but I hear them all day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
5 times a day,
all
man.
day.
Mhm.
No, I feel like it's more than that.
You think so?
I feel like it's, bro. I hear that shit so much all day,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah,
But like, I think it's cool
mm,
because it's so different.
yeah,
It's so different than the States. I mean, one thing about me in any country that I'm in, I could sit in a room with my teammates or just whoever
hmm,
from that country and just listen to y'all talk. I don't have to know what you're fucking saying, but I think it's so cool just listening to how different your language is
hmm,
because it's so different than the States. It's just English and Spanish. Maybe a splash of some other languages out there in the States, but mainly English and Spanish.
hmm.
And being out, like my teammates now, when they just sit there and talk, like, bro, that's so different. Like, it's just, it's cool to me because it's so different.
Did you ever feel like, did you ever question like if there was like actually like yelling or getting into an argument? Because they get, Turkish people kind of get loud when
They do get loud.
but it'd be about the
I,
about the normal stuff. It would be about just
yeah,
regular stuff. They're not even
I
tripping.
mean, it just depends. Like my teammates know, not really, because I also am really good at reading body language, so I know like whether or not you're, I can read the body language and be able to tell whether or not dudes are really trying to get on that or not.
Hmm.
Um, but it's usually like, people would just sit there and they will they will like talk like that and then they'll be chilling. Like it'll be quick. Like they'll get up, maybe get a little, then be chilling.
Hmm.
So it ain't really nothing for real. But like I said, I like it because it's so different.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Another question is, how are you able to adapt with the food, in Turkey?
Mm.
Do you
Food here is fire. And
find,
I know you know
right? Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Food here is fire, bro. Like uh Ekliyemek, Ekliyemek or something like that is
Hmm.
fire.
Hmm.
Turkish pizza. That's what I call it anyway. But it's fire, bro. The food here is insane. I
Have
mean,
you have you tried the Turkish delight?
Turkish delight. I don't think so.
It's like some type of dessert. It's it's sweet. They kind of sometimes they have it like it's pistachios with some like honey.
Oh, baklava.
That's baklava. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Oh,
there's
okay.
I forgot there was some my teammates used to call it Turkish delight. Man, I would tear that shit up, man. But I don't know.
See,
I
I'm
think
not a
it's some
huge
type of
pistachios guy.
huh?
I'm not a huge pistachios
You
guy.
not? Mm,
Nah. My
okay.
mom is though. I know she gonna kill that shit when she get here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gonna kill that, bro. She love that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but nah, I like the food out here. The desserts is a little different, but the ice cream is fire.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
ice cream is nuts here.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
Like,
that too. Uh-huh.
man, hey, I'm over here like, God, let me get, like the little, like the drumsticks in the States, how they have the caramel, but it has a little different here.
Mm-hmm.
I will smack 4 of those back to back to back. No Wendy's. Look,
Yeah.
bro, that it's good out here. The food is good, just kind of how they do things and stuff like that. What is weird to me, like it doesn't matter. I've been here for a couple months now, and I don't think I'll ever be able to get over this. The fact that so for instance, if I go to McDonald's or something, and I eat there, you just get up and leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't throw it away. Like you don't go to the thing, throw it away, put the tray on top, and like you just get up and be out. That's so weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like you don't do that in the States. Like you don't. I mean, you can, but like no one does that.
Mm-hmm. You got to clean up.
Like you gotta clean up. Like I'm over here. This happened to me a handful of times. Like I finished eating, I'm sitting there for a minute, and I get up to go throw the stuff away. They're like, no, 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 no. And then they take it, and then they go do it, they're like, and I just leave. I'm like, that's so weird to me, bro. Because like I've never done that. Never experienced that.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. But yeah,
Man,
I know how they get down there for sure. That's different.
yeah.
That's different. So I know you said you're not really out and about like that when you go to different countries and everything. So and you
Mhm.
have shared it a little bit, but just talk a little bit again about what do you usually do in your spare time to get by through these long years.
Man, my spare time literally every single day doesn't change in any country that I'm in. I go to practice and I usually shower at the gym so I don't have to. I don't usually like showering at the gym just because I like being in my own little. But I've been showering at the gym here. Um, and I shower at the gym, come home, and get straight on the game.
Yeah. What game?
Like, I'll be playing. Okay, so I've been playing 2K.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing a bunch of rec. I'll be on the rec a lot. But ever since Black Ops 6 came out on the 25th,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't touched another game. I ain't even cut. As soon as I get on, it automatically goes to Black Ops 6. Like
Yeah.
I don't play nothing else, bro. I'll be grinding Black Ops 6, and I just be chilling, bro. And then when it gets closer time for me to go to bed, if I'm not still locked in on the game, I'll put some. I got a jailbroken Fire Stick, you know what I mean. So I'll watch some stuff out. I'll put some stuff on TV,
Mm-hmm.
and then just fall asleep to it. Or maybe if I'm really watching some shit, then I put it on, watch a couple episodes, and go to bed.
Yeah.
So
And
I don't do
that's
too much,
crazy.
bro.
That's crazy. I was going to ask you because another question I was going to ask you is if you could describe your game, what type of 2K player would you
Mm,
like? What would be your build? Like, what's your build if you could describe
that's
your?
a tough one. I've been asked that before. That's a tough one. I'd say a Mecha 4, man. So I'd say like now I would say like a two-way a two-way shot creator or something like that.
Okay.
I would say a two-way shot creator because like the work I've been putting in, like I can put the ball on the floor more, like change directions and you know what I mean, stuff like that. Obviously, if that's not my role, I won't do it. But I can stay working on it just in case shot clock's going down. I need to do something quick. All right.
Mhm.
But I'd say a two-way ISO shot creator or something like that.
Nice, nice. Another one is so you say you playing Black Ops 6 right now, right?
Hmm.
What are you more like a Warzone type guy or you do zombies?
Nah, nah, I'm not even. I'm neither. I'm just multiplayer. And then when ranked play, when they update it and they bring out ranked play,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'll be on. I'll be in the real field where all the sweaties and stuff are at. I got a scuff controller with the things on the back, so I'll be going
You
crazy,
really
bro.
like it.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm really like that in Call of Duty, bro. Like in Call of Duty, I am like that.
What's your kill death ratio then?
Right now, it's a 1.7, I believe.
Dang, that's not bad.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
right now it's a 1.7. So I'm trying to get it. I'm already prestiged, halfway to prestiging again.
Yo,
And
what? Hold on. The game just came out, bro.
yeah, I know. You wanna
Hold
know what's
on.
crazy? Oh no, I'm really like that, bro. I'm telling you. You wanna know what's crazy is we had a road game the day after it came out.
Yeah.
So I had to leave. If I didn't have to leave, I would be at least second prestige right now.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, I put in so many hours into this game, and I'm just like, yeah, bro. My highest kills that I've had so far in one game is 102.
102. How many deaths?
56.
Oh yeah. See, dang, dude.
It was one of those small maps
I
though.
was about to say it must have been like shipwrecked or something like that.
Yeah, it was called Babylon on this map or on this
Okay.
game. Yeah, so it was a smaller map, but I was getting to it.
Yeah.
I
Get
already got
busy.
2 gold guns. I'm about to grind for that dark matter.
Mm-hmm. All right, that
So I
dark
got
matter is something serious, bro.
crazy. You got to get every gun, like every single gun, secondary snipers, like everything, launchers, like everything, gold and diamond and everything like that. So I'm grinding for that.
Nah, that's tough, bro. That's tough.
Yeah,
Um,
that's my stuff right there.
another question, and this is the last question, but if you could share or give any piece of advice to any aspiring young guys that are coming overseas, what would
hmm
you what do you feel like you would tell them?
I'd probably say a couple things. I would say control what you can control and make the most out of any situation that's being thrown at you.
Mm, mm. Yeah, bro, that's tough. That's tough, and I
That's
think,
that's
and I
that's
think
probably exactly what I would say.
you live in proof to that too, man. You live.
hmm Because you can't. There's nothing you can do to change the outcome. Like I don't talk to refs. This is a small example. I don't talk to refs because this isn't. They're not going to change the call. They called what they called. Like okay, it could be terrible. These refs out here are terrible. But
Mm-hmm.
what can you do?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do? And then on top of that, like a coach isn't messing with you. Why is he not messing with you? See, people are always worried about the what instead of the why.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a problem with a lot of people, like basketball wise or just in life. Like I feel like people are always so worried about the what. Like, oh, the what is he's not messing with me. The what is, oh, I'm playing out of position. The what is like, oh, I'm not getting enough playing time. But why are you not? Why is this happening?
Mm-hmm.
And then once you figure out the why, or at least try to understand the why, then you're fine, bro. Like you may not like the situation, you may not like the real. If you're being real, and people got to be real with themselves in that type of thing. Like you can't, you got to put check ego, check pride, whatever to the side. Like you got to be real with yourself. And once you come to that realization, then it's like, okay, how can I fix this? How can I make the most out of this?
Mm-hmm.
Because you continuously letting that bother you is going to hurt you and make you play bad and make you not make the best decisions when it comes to whatever it is. You know, you got to be able to, you got to move with intelligence instead of emotion. You can't react out of emotions because when you react out of emotions, you lose every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's crazy, bro. Like I said, I'm 10 years into this game, man, being overseas, and I have a book that's sitting on my shelf right there. It's called The Chimp Paradox. And it's basically
Okay.
saying like your emotions are basically a chimp, and sometimes they have to get out, but sometimes, this ain't the jungle. You know what I'm saying? We're
Mm-hmm.
society, and you can't let the chimp, overpower you being the human.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then um that's helped me tremendously this year. I haven't gotten a tech this year. I haven't
I
gotten
got one and I shouldn't have.
yeah.
Like it wasn't talking to the refs. It was because like this dude was talking shit to me and I didn't say nothing to him, but they gave us a double take, which
Mm,
is
mm,
whatever. But I don't get texts at all.
yeah. No, that's awesome, bro. So shout out to you for that, man, because you're learning that early. You're learning that early.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy like me, I wish I kind of hung my hat on that and figured that out. I think I
Right.
would probably be in a different place. But, fortunately, we can't turn back the clocks of time, and I'm not here to do
Right.
that. I accept everything that's happened for me, and
Mm-hmm.
and even for you, man. Like, it being a early point of your career, man. I think the sky, there is no limit. I'm not even gonna put the sky on you as a limit, man. I think you can really get to where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
where you should be and where you deserve to be. And I think with your overall professionalism and your mindset, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter
Mm-hmm.
of time. So,
Right.
one brother to another, I'd say, one, thank you for sharing your story out on Four Pros, and
Mm-hmm.
also thank you for being the person that you are, man. Thank you for being the
Yeah.
person that you are, because I definitely learned a lot from you today.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. I'm actually very thankful that you allowed me to come on here and share what I had to share, and just kind of involving me in your journey with this, and everything like that. I feel I'm grateful for that, obviously, because I fuck with you. We've been real cool since TBT. Um, I actually said this, and you were there actually when we were at the meet and greet, that you were my favorite teammate,
Yeah,
because I feel like you're the most like real person, like, you know what I mean, like just straight up, not bullshitting, and then just real like good people type shit. So no, I appreciate you just having me on and then involving me in your journey as well.
for sure, man. Like I said, thank you, man, for being here. And like I said, I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
And there you guys have it. That's Khalid Thomas' story. Like I said, it's only been 3-4 years, but he's definitely a very interesting player that's going to be in the upcoming markets, in the high value markets in European basketball. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We have tons of great content coming out here in the future. A lot of insight, a lot of nuggets about my personal professional career, along with some tips and tricks, especially for my big men, that are being a part of this Four Pros journey. For those of you that are listening onto any of your podcast platform, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any other platforms out there, be sure to leave a review if you don't mind me asking, good or bad. Any review helps. It doesn't matter. Obviously, I would like for it to be a great review, but if there's any comments or anything that you would like to share on how to make my platform, on how to make Four Pros better, then your opinion is greatly appreciated. Also, be sure to download the podcast. That also helps as well. We will leave Khalid Thomas's Instagram in the description box so that you can always stay tuned and to follow his journey as well throughout all his social media platforms. Also, we've been getting a lot of notifications about people subscribing to the podcast. And although we do appreciate that, and we were looking into that, we personally don't want to charge people for listening to this podcast. We want to give out, as much free game as possible, as much stories as possible. But we also we do have a PayPal that we will put in the description box, so that if you do want to donate to the Fourth Pros Podcast Foundation, then you can be more than willing to. Anything helps. It pays solely for running the podcast, and so like I said, anything helps, and we truly appreciate it. Be sure to stay tuned for the next episodes. We have a couple people coming out that have openly volunteered to be a part of Four Pros podcast, and I think that's very wonderful. People are going out of their comfort zone and to reaching out to me, and I truly appreciate that. So if anybody's out there, if you want to share your story, if you have any interesting stories to tell, that won't get you in trouble. We're not here to rat or snitch on anybody, but any stories that you want to tell, that family members need to hear, close friends need to hear, be sure to reach out and hit me up. We'll be more than happy to have you on the show. So thank you. Tune in next time.